Hey Stampers, it's the Pampered Stamper coming to you from Chatham, Ontario, Canada. How's that for a nice mouthful? I'm trying to remember to say that because how can I tell you to tell me where you're from when I don't tell you where I'm from? So I'm smack dab in the middle of Canada, right by the Great Lakes in that little tip of Ontario. So I'm only an hour from the border from Detroit. So sometimes when I fly out, I will fly through Detroit. But now, of course, with the border closed till the end of July, it feels like we're oceans apart when we're really not. If I drive an hour to Windsor, I can see across the Detroit River to Detroit. So we definitely are close neighbors, but right now it feels like we're far apart. And so I think it's just super important, especially now that we feel a close sense of community, even though we are so separated. And I have to say that making cards is a fantastic way of therapy. It has saved my mind. If I haven't been able to see Gerard since the end of January. That's a long time to be separated from the person that you love. And if I didn't have card making and it didn't have my supportive community, then yeah, I would have not looked this happy. And I got dressed up for you guys today. This dress was in my suitcase. It was going to Holland. I don't know if you can see it. It's a super cute floral dress. It looks like peonies, but I do think it's roses. But I picked it up from Yolanda's boutique, I think 2 years ago at least. But Yolanda has such classics that they don't go out of style, and I just love it. And the color, this coral color, is just perfect for my pale skin. So thank you, Yolanda, for another winner. And I just thought, you know what? I want to wear this dress because it makes me happy. So I got dressed up just to make this video. You know what? That's okay. Anyway, so today we're going to make a few more cards using the Whale of a Time. Oh, thanks, Adrian. That's so nice. Thanks, Cynthia. Yeah, it just, makes you happy to put fun things on that look pretty. So, and fabric is like paper, right? I love patterned paper, and I love pretty fabric. And I love dresses because dresses are just super comfortable. So anyway, that's an aside. So in a minute, I'm going to flip the camera and we are going to make a shaker card with the Whale of a Time. That paper is so amazing. I'm telling you, my tables, both of the tables in my stamp room are covered in stuff. I could barely find a clear spot to have my lunch today. But you know what? I'm not beating myself up about it because I find that when I have a messy table, I'm more creative. So I now have 8 of the 10 cards done for my new Peony tutorial. So I'm hoping to get that out to you soon. It's going to get hot by the end of the week, which means I am going to be inside in the air conditioning. I mowed my lawn this morning and I watered my plants and my grass, and I just love this weather so much. So when this weather is nice, I'm outside. But as soon as it gets above 30 degrees, no, I go inside. The house is my cave. I'm so thankful for air conditioning. Okay, so are we ready to get started? Hi, Linda. I see you. Hi, Jean. Yeah, it's a fun dress. So, okay, now let's do the routine. I'm going to flip the camera. I don't want you to get dizzy, so just close your eyes for a minute. I'm going to flip the camera first, and then we're going to take it out. It conked out on me for a minute. It does that sometimes when I grab the phone. You're not seeing anything yet except a clean sheet of grid paper, which is pretty awesome. Okay, now I'm clipping it into the holder. All right, there we go. So the first thing I want to show you is I have a card partially assembled. And the reason I did this is because there's a clever trick with this paper. Let me see if I can find a full sheet of it. Well, this is different paper, but it gives you the idea. So I want this piece to be bigger, so I cut this. I've already glued it down. So this is actually a piece of paper that was 3 1/4 by 3/4. So that was 4 inches. So that was a 4-inch strip of paper. And then I just cut this 3/4 inch strip off the bottom so that when I put my words and my little strip of this contrasting paper, see, then the scene looks like it's way wider than what it really is. So it's like stretches out the paper. I'm going to see if I can find another piece of that, and then I can show you what I mean by that. Well, you know what? Maybe it's not that important. I have lots of stuff to show you, so we're just going to put this card together. I copied it straight out of the catalog, and actually I should show you that because in the catalog, it's a square card. Yeah, see? Here it is. So you'll see that's a square card. And I thought to myself, I want it to be a regular size card, so I stretched out that piece and made it longer. And it worked out really well. So I'm going to start by, well, we'll move the blue paper away. I don't want to wreck it. I'm going to start with putting this down. So a little bit of adhesive, and we're just going to butt that right up against, I don't want to cover any of that pretty scenic paper. And then we're going to cover the gap with this peacock paper. I would love to hear from you if you've tried out the new adhesive. Mine has not come in yet. I haven't even checked to see if, see, I don't want to cover up my pattern again. So, there. And then we're going to put this on a white card. I would love to know if you like it or not, okay? I think it's going to be great, but like I said, thanks to Eileen, I have some fast fuse yet to tide me over. And, yeah. Okay, so when there's only an 1/8 of an inch gap, so you line up the corners first at the top, and then it goes down. And then I stamped, did I stamp this guy? Yeah. I stamped and cut out the little turtle, and we're going to pop him up just to give him a little dimension. And because he's kind of small, I'm going to use mini dimensionals. Okay, put one on the wing. Well, he doesn't have a wing. Flipper? What would you call that? Or is it his leg? Let's do a turtle anatomy class. There we go. All right. See, and I just love this. It's going to be so much fun for creating scenes. I did stamp the little fishies across the top, and I'll show you, I'll mimic what I did. I should have waited. As soon as I did it, I thought, oh, Jackie, why did you do that? You should have done that on your video. So here at the bottom, I just did one fish off to the side, and then I stamped again and again, and I staggered so that you get a school of fish, and then here at the end, I just did one trailing off the end like that, okay? Isn't it cute? So simple, and this, of course, was white embossed. And it's not perfect, but that's okay, right? And then I could add some sequins to dress it up even more, but I'm not going to do that right now. Next thing, I want to show you what I did wrong. I made this card, and isn't it cute? I thought it was really cute, but that circle above the whale, hi Nori, how are you? Hi Shelley. It's way too white. I completely forgot to add something cool in behind. And again, I've cased the catalog. So let me see if I can find what I was copying. Oh yeah, here we go. There, see? It's this card. And then if you compare, let me see, mine's buried. If you compare mine beside it, you see mine's just a big white circle. It's not fun at all. I'll probably send it in the mail to Leo. He'll like shaking it. So what they did here is, let me see. I made a note to myself. This is quite funny. Listen, I have a piece, oh, there's junk. It says, put patterned paper here so I don't forget. So I did this already. I took the second biggest layering circle framelits and I cut out a circle, and then you do the embossing, okay? So first the circle, then the embossing. This is the size that fits totally over a note card and envelope, so it's 3.5 by 5, okay? And then we're going to take a piece of this paper and I'm going to cut it at 3 by 3. So since this paper is 6 by 6, a good way to cut it is in quarters. Then you have 4 pieces that you can use behind a shaker card. So 3 by 3. I'm going to use this one. But this would also have looked much nicer than my white circle, right? I just was in a hurry. I was all excited that the card was coming together so well that I got ahead of myself. And then once it was down, there was no taking that sucker apart, okay? Sometimes it's really important to learn that you can't tear your card apart after you've made a mistake. Sometimes you just have to accept it. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to get my silicone mat. Your silicone mat is a great thing to put down underneath when you're doing some taping that, oh, you know what? I was going to use my fast fuse, but sit down. I've got a really almost empty, I call this Tombow, but in the catalog it says multi-purpose adhesive. Okay, so I'm just going to go all the way around my circle if I don't run out. Just a minute, I have to rub that off my hands. Okay. So sometimes if your Tombow isn't working, all you have to do is grab the tip and give it a little rub. It just means that there's a bit of adhesive stuck there. Hopefully that doesn't ooze out. Now I have a piece of acetate and it's about 3.5 inches square. I did it a little less than 3.5. And I'm just going to lay that on here. There. And then we have this really cool product. They are called, let me see, foam adhesive strips. Okay, I have one here that is already started. Stand up again. And I'm just peeling one long strip off, and I'm putting the sticky side down, and you can kind of bend it as you go. See? I don't want it to be, I'm going to flip that. I don't want it to be seen from the other side of the card, but I don't want to go so far away because I want to keep my sequins corralled. Because if I make the opening too big, then I have to use too many sequins, and that would be wasteful. I don't want to do that. I almost have enough, not quite. Okay. But the thing is, you can't leave that like that because the sequins will escape. So you can actually, you don't even have to cut this. You can just pull it like so. And then I'm just going to, instead of trying to shove a piece in between, I'm just going to go like this. See? No one sees the back part. Remember that. So there we go. And now I'm taking another piece and I'm going to, because this is going to go right over top of the note card. It's the full front. See, you don't even have to cut, which is really nice. Oh, that's sideways. There. And I'm not putting anything, I don't think I'm going to put anything at the top of the card because it will stay, well, I have a little piece left over, so I'll do this. There. Okay, so now, I almost forgot. We'll move this aside. We're going to take, this is the note card and envelope, okay? We'll give it a little fold. And now we're going to take this piece and just put it on our card, okay? So, see, and this side would work well too, with the fishy swimming in behind. There's just so many options. You really could go crazy making cards. Oh, I'm out of fast fuse. Crap. Okay. There's always something, right? So I'm going to put that kind of in the center. Okay. And then I'm going to take my sequins and I'm going to do that. I'm going to throw some sequins in the middle. Whoops. Now, I can't find my little tool that from Stampin' Up, that picker-upper thing. Someone had a super good tip yesterday or the other day that if you have a dryer sheet, that will take the static off, which makes sense. But I have no dryer sheets in the house. I usually use dryer balls. So I'm carefully taking the backing off of these strips. Here we go. And then we have to do something a little bit scary. There we go. I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to go like so. And this has to get now laid on top. So I'm trying to make sure that it's not askew. See? Isn't that awesome? Yay! So now what I would do to finish this card is I would stamp, I'd punch out a whale and then put the little saying on. But I'm not going to do that. But what a difference. Isn't that awesome? Like we've got this beautiful window now. I love it. And you see how easy that was. Really simple. And actually for this one, I used packaging. So if you don't have any window sheets, I used the packaging from the wooden elements from these little guys. And I just cut it. So these guys came in a package with, a lot of our packaging has this acetate. So just save your packaging and then you can make beautiful things. But this was a window sheet and we're going to do one more card because I saw this one online this morning and it was so nice. I knew I wanted to share it with you. I want to give credit for the last card to Renee Kohnke. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I've written it down here because that's the measurements for everything on this card. So let's get started with that one. So I'm starting with a piece of acetate and I actually made it into a card. So this is 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4, just like normal. Then we have a piece of Pacific Point and it's, let me guess, 4.5 by 5 3/4. So it's a 1/4 inch bigger than my acetate. I really need to get another fast fuse because I love the fast fuse. Or, you know what? I'm going to get another one of these because this one is almost empty. I know I'm going to need more. So hold your horses I'm just going to lay these here so you can look at them side by side. Okay, we're good to go. Good to go. What would a video be with Jackie without me having to go and get something, right? I also forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So if my phone rings, oh gosh, I apologize in advance. So I'm just doing this. And this is going to seem a little bit freaky. You notice that I'm leaving the 1/4 inch all the way around bare. Now I'm going to take my piece of my acetate card and I'm going to lay it right like that. It's funny because you can see the glue squishing everywhere. There. Now, I'm going to put that aside for a minute. I'm going to put a heavy tin on it. There. And I'm going to move it out of the way. And while we do that, I'm going to be using this piece of paper and we're going to do the sentiment. So I've got this little white piece and I've got a Pacific Point piece. The Pacific Point piece is 1 3/4 by 3. And the white piece is 1 5/8 by 2 7/8. Okay, so we're just going to use the multi-purpose adhesive glue since that's what I have. The nice thing about using a liquid glue is that there's wiggle room for making a mistake. Like you can slide it into position. So if you're wrong a little bit, it's not a big deal. The drawback is that you sometimes get glue on your fingers and everything gets messy. So I cut out a bunch of turtles. Isn't that just so cute? This is all from the paper. Look at this guy looking at you. So we're going to use those. Yeah, my adhesive is not dry yet. I should have thought about that ahead of time, but maybe we're going to try anyway. Let's see. This looks pretty ugly. We're going to open up the card a little bit. We're going to just bend it back. There, okay. So now we're going to take this piece and we're going to do the same thing with a little bit of adhesive. And then we're going to cover up the ugly part. Okay. Thanks for sharing, Jeannie. Nice to see you here. I saw Jeannie on YouTube, which was pretty awesome. I don't get notifications, though, in my email when I get a comment on my YouTube video. So I didn't see Jeannie's comment right away. I'm sorry about that. See, look how that covered up the acetate. I would never have thought about this. So thank you so much to Renee for this idea. Isn't that nice? So now we're going to close this up again. There. It's a good idea. I don't know if I have my bone folder handy. I don't. Okay, whenever I don't have my bone folder, I just take a block. That works really well, actually. And now we're going to put this on here. And I'm going to put some adhesive. Well, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't want to use this anymore because it's messy. So I guess I do really have to get another fast fuse. Okay? There we go. If you guys had trouble, if you still have fast fuse, always take the glue that builds up in the little edges. That has to come out. If you don't do that, then you end up getting a problem. Any adhesives, always take the glue that builds off those parts where it could jam up. I'm just going to get a refill. All right. See, in the meantime, my card is drying. So that's good. Here we go. Just lay it in here. Oh, of course now it's not going. There we go. Click it in place. Whoops. All right, I'm not going to do that underneath. You're going to get dizzy. There. Okay. All right, we're ready to roll. Oh, I have to advance that. There we go. And then we'll put this on the front of the acetate. And then on the back, we'll cover it up with another piece of glue. So this is going to go, I don't want to cover up my fish, like so. And then we don't want to see the glue there. So we're going to, let me see if I can just put a white piece Yes. I'm going to put a white piece, but in the inside, I want to say something else nice. And I also forgot to put something on the white part. I got ahead of myself again. I do that too often. I get too excited. Okay, so let's see what this says. We're going to use Pacific Point. That's a great color, right? I haven't used it in a long time. I find that I use colors more when they're found in our pattern paper. As soon as there's a color in our pattern paper, I use it. So I'm tapping, and then centering it, lowering down, and then you have to commit. And then give it a good long 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hold, and that gives the ink a bit of time to do what it has to do. Okay, so now I'm going to move my fishies. I have a little, whatchamacallit, jellyfish here. And we are going to, on the front of the card, I'm going to take coral, stamp off, and then stamp again. Like so. Isn't that nice? Yes. Nothing like asking for a compliment. And then I'm going to maybe take some fish. And there. Isn't that cute? You could add some sequins to that. And now I think it would be kind of fun, like you're kind of a big deal. Let's do the whale. I've got them in Pacific Point, so we're going to stamp off. And let's do that. That's cute, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so now, thanks, Teresa. Now we're just going to cover up the glue. Every time you have to rescore this acetate, it seems to hold its space. So we're just going to line that up there. And then we're going to take two turtles. And I'm just going to put a little bit of Tombow. Oh, of course I took my old one. There's the new one. And I want them to show up so that they're not blocked by the sentiment. So I'm carefully going to slide this off. I'm going to half close the card. And there, he looks okay. I'm going to move him just a wee bit down. There. There he is. And then I kind of want to have this guy in there too, but I don't want him. Oh yeah, that works. If he stays about right there, that's good. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm just going to hold his tail in spot. I guess a turtle does have a tail. And I'm just putting a little bit of glue in behind. And that way he'll be where I want him to be. There. And now he's a little 3D. I'm going to flip up this side. So now you see how you just kind of have to make it work and manipulate your paper. Oh, that was a bit much. Oh, crap. Okay. The nice thing about Tombow is that it does dry clear. It's okay. He can be a little 3D. I'm just going to leave that. So, there is our card. Isn't that fun? So, you know what? It's not that much paper. And the paper comes with 2 sheets of every design, so you can share it with a friend. And I'm going to do a paper share so that you get a little bit of everything. My customers say that the paper share is honestly the best thing that they get because they get some of all the paper. Because whenever you decide that you only want to get a little bit of paper, then someone comes out with a card that you just love and then you don't have that paper and then you feel bad. So that's a great way of getting all the paper you want. And so if you're a demo, just get all the paper, cut it into 6 by 6, the 12 by 12, and then look at that. Isn't that nice? And the acetate almost makes it look like water. So it does make me want to use acetate more. So this was acetate only comes in 12 by 12, so I had a strip left over, and I used that strip to make a shaker card. So don't feel like you're wasting the strip that you have left over. So you'll get 2 acetate cards out of 1 window sheet, and you'll have enough left over to make 3 or 4 shaker cards. So here are the cards for today. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, you know, I was gonna grab that whale. Okay, we should finish this guy, shouldn't we? We could even look at this. We could do it with the turtle. How cute is that? I kind of like that instead of a whale. Changing it up. Okay, that was easy. So now you see why I sometimes get thanks a ton doesn't really go with the turtle. I'm not sure what I want to say on there yet. Oh, that's kind of cute. Hoping all your birthday fishes come true. All right, let's do that. I haven't used that one yet. Have I? Maybe I have. Yes, I have. I have. I used it on this one. See? Okay. Oh, thanks, Beth. Yeah, it's just, honestly, this is just a beautiful suite again. I knew it as soon as I saw it. I saw the paper, I saw the folder, and I just knew that this was going to be stinking awesome. I love cards because of the way they make me feel, and they make me feel happy, and I just know that I'm going to make someone else happy. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And then we'll use some corally fish, and then we'll find a way to put it on that card. I wonder if I could have them fish swimming this way. I think I can. See? Always make sure that when you stamp over your words that it's stamped off. That's cute. I like it. All right. We'll trim that down a little bit. And grab my trimmer. Thanks for sharing, Debbie. Yes. Oh, yeah. The turtle is cuter than the whale. Isn't that great? I know. Happy coincidences, right? I want that last fishy to be on there. Okay, he can go over a little bit more. I'm going to, does it matter? 3 1/4, I believe. There. And then I want it just a little bit smaller. Sometimes when a sentiment is too chunky, it's in the little details that count. This is 7/8 of an inch. It just looks cuter. Yeah. Let's have a look and see how we're going to make this work. Oh. I don't know. I'm not sure if I like that just yet. I'm going to leave that off for now. I'm going to put the turtle on. But I think the sentiment, I need to play around a little bit more. Oh, and you guys have to vote for me again. I have another card. And I want you to tell me what you like better. Isn't that cute? Yes. Now remember, you can get a free bundle right now if you get the starter kit. I think I might have to flip the camera because I think this deserves a heart-to-heart talk. Okay, here is my last card. So this is the Peony. And I finally made it, and it wasn't hard. So I will do this in a video tomorrow. I will show you how to make this Peony. But I wanted to know if you liked it on the gray, or I'll flip that over and do it like this. Which one do you like better? The floral background, or, let's do it again, the basic gray background. See, I originally was going to do the basic gray background because I like it. And then I thought, when I went to put the adhesive on the back, I thought, oh my goodness, this paper is so nice. Maybe this is better. So then I did this again, and I thought, oh, this is really nice. So, oh, look at that. You guys are both all on the floral. Yes, I think so too. So my trick for this one was I copied it from the catalog, and I spritzed it and scrunched it to make it look a little bit more 3D. Okay? And I also used 2 inserts for the middle of the peony, but I am not a big fan of that light corally color. I like the pinks better. So I'm going to do this card again, but I'm going to use pinks. And apparently I just came across a card today and someone used the new Just Jade. No, not the Jade, the Marvelous Magenta. So I think that might be the color. I'm going to play with that. So tomorrow we will learn how to make this card. I was so angry yesterday. I don't get angry very easily, but I get angry when I feel stupid. And I looked at the dies and I had no idea what to do, and I was mad. Even though people said they had to be put inside, I didn't get it right away. And I thought, oh. So if you have this set of dies, don't get mad like I did. I will show you tomorrow what to do, and then we'll be good. All right? Thank you for your votes. I love it. Oh, I was going to flip. Just a minute. I'm going to do that. Okay. All right, here I am. I'm just getting, whoa, I almost missed my chair. I've got 2 chairs I'm going to sit in. This is craziness. Okay, so I'm holding on to my camera. So if there's a little bit of a shake, it's because it's not in the stand. So what I wanted to tell you guys is that, honestly, I don't understand that not every single one of my customers gets the starter kit in June. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Because I know if I was the customer, I would be signing up right away. And I think I know the reason why people aren't doing it. They think to themselves, well, I'm not going to be you, Jackie. I don't want to do a workshop. I don't want to do a party. I don't want to sell anything. And you don't have to do any of those things. If you're buying your Stampin' Up! Products, then you should be getting the starter kit, because the worst thing that could happen is that at the end of September, you drop. You don't get to be a demonstrator anymore, but you get to keep your amazing deal on the starter kit. So if you live in Canada, anywhere in Canada, please do yourself a favor and get that great deal. You get a free bundle, and that can be worth, like, if you get the Peony bundle, I'm just getting a cramp on my toe. That's just awful. Do you guys ever get that? My feet are possessed, I tell you. Sometimes I get a cramp on my foot and my toes, they literally cross over each other. Anyway, so if you saw my face contort, that's why. Maybe, who knows? Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, so the Peony bundle is $79. By the time you slap shipping and tax on that, you're looking at about $95 worth of product that you can get for free. And then you get to pick out $165 worth of product. You pay only $135. No shipping, no tax, at least not in Ontario. Maybe in other provinces you might have to pay tax. I don't know, but you definitely have free shipping, and you get a free paper pumpkin. So I'm talking Christmas in June. So, yeah, I just got a message. In fact, I'm getting 2 messages. Do you guys hear that little alert sound too? I hope not. Anyway, I hope that I have dispelled your uncertainty about the starter kit. The other thing that people have a problem with is giving their social insurance number. As far as I know, Stampin' Up! Has never been compromised with anyone stealing information. The reason they want your social insurance number is twofold. Number one, they want to make sure I'm not signing up the neighborhood dog or cat. They want to make sure it's a real human that's signing up for the starter kit. And they also want to have that information in case, by accident, you are a rock star and the newest top achieving demonstrator and you have to pay sales tax. They have to send you a T4. So there you go. Nothing more sinister than that. So, hi, Linda from Ohio. Thanks, Sue. And thank you, Arlene. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm so happy that you could join me today. I hope you have a super day. If you haven't seen my blog post yet today, check it out. I think it was Renee who won the Peony paper. So thank you to everyone who shared and pinned and commented on my blog. That was really, really nice. It really does make a difference. So thank you. Bye.